Hello, everyone. Here we go again. My friends are here next to me, smiling in front of a Christmas tree, and I'm so welcoming them here in the studio. This has been a fantastic 5 weeks. This is the last weekend of the summit, and we have amazing people coming in and telling their stories. I love this week. It's a special week for me, showing art and fashion and well-being together with all the speakers coming on board. And I'm welcoming Caroline and Mark, my favorite couple in Malaysia, my friends and my role models for building a brand. So welcome, Caroline and Mark. How are you today?
Oh, we are really super excited, Andrea, and thanks for having us.
Hey, Andrea. Thank you for having us.
I really love the Christmas theme. It brings such a feeling of, okay, I'm in December. When I look out on the window, I'm like having all this sunshine and I'm like, still can you get used to it after 6 years in Malaysia that winter is all about sunshine and good weather. So Caroline and Mark, this is your session and we will get to your topic very soon. But before we go there, I would love you to just one by one introduce yourself and what's your purpose, because maybe it's not the same. Let's check it out.
Well, my name is Caroline, but my nickname goes by Caro, just like our brand name. I'm from Sweden, but Malaysia is my second home. I've been living here for the past 20 over years. I love it. And what really drives me and keep going is to empower other people, make them excited about life, helping others in small and big ways, and just have a great time.
And Mark?
Hey, my name is Mark, and I'm Malaysian. What do you call it? Mixed. And Malaysia is my first home and only home. And what do you call it? I think both of us have got the same passion and drive. We love doing what we do. And on our journey, we also love to empower others and also share that positive energy and what do you call it, excitement, which with as many people as possible along our journey. And I think we find a lot of joy in sharing with others and seeing other people happy as well. So I think that really drives us.
I really love the energy that you're bringing into the studio, and I think it's coming through the cameras. Alchan is saying nice matching fashion clothes with the Christmas tree behind. It's even matching the colors. So I don't know whether you did this,
Yeah,
like putting all
we are all
the.
set for Christmas.
So Jeg is also saying good statement to say sharing is caring. So they love how you started the conversation. So I would just want to say hi to Betty, Jeg, and Achan, who are already tuning in and engaging in the comments. And if you're watching this later, please don't forget you can always reach out to the guys who are coming to the interviews. So Caro and Caro World, you can find them on Instagram in Caro and Caroline and Mark. So you will find them and check out all these amazing patterns that they're bringing into our lives. So before we start to explore the topic, which I will bring up right now so that the people will see what we are talking about, so playing with patterns, I just wanted to ask you first one question, because it's my platform is also about diversity, and seeing the two of you here in Malaysia and having this balance, how you work as a couple, I think it's a very amazing experience and a very amazing kind of role model that you can be for people of building a diverse relationship in a very different culture. So I just wanted to ask you about your experience in this. Like, how did you build this? How do you live it? Like, what's the secret? Is it forgetting where you came from? Is it in including where you came from? How do you do this?
Very interesting. There are quite a number of things, but I think it starts up very simple but very important with love for one another, and also to help bringing out the best in each other and being very supportive. I would say I feel truly blessed to work with Mark, spending time with each other, and now I think in the recent year I appreciate it more and more. I don't take it for granted, and we have found the rhythm where really work very well together.
Yeah, I think our diversity actually strengthens each other in the sense that we both learn from each other. Because from where Caroline is from and from where I'm from, it's definitely diverse and different cultures. And I think over the years, we found a way to add these cultures, even though they are different, to strengthen one another. And I think that has helped us a lot in our journey. And I think,
I think it makes it more exciting.
yeah, definitely for sure.
I think until today we surprise each other. I mean, and then that's what keeps us going and growing.
Absolutely.
Love it, and love the energy, and love that you are embracing the different cultures and everything what is behind this brand. I guess it's coming from that, and we will talk about this more. So your topic for today is playing with patterns, and you are putting like really the extra mile into these projects. Like when I see your website, and please guys check out Carol. Because it's like you will see Mark modeling in the different positions. You will see Caro modeling in different dresses that they create, and it's just an amazing thing how you get involved. So let's explain. I always start with the definition. So we have this playing with patterns. Why is it so important for you? Why patterns? And what's your perspective on this topic that we are talking about today?
I think patterns to me makes me very excited. Patterns and colors, and I love being excited, and I love sharing this excitement because we are living in quite a busy, hectic world, and what we wear actually affect us quite a bit. So the best thing you can do a gloomy day or when you feel that you need the extra energy boost, right? You pick something with colors and a bit of patterns. Exactly.
Yeah, I think what you call it, that's the main message behind Caro is that it's adding fun, adding excitement, and our actually each and every one of our patterns that we designed since day one has got a name behind it, and some of our patterns even have a deeper meaning behind it as well. I think I have a couple of examples that I would like to show you and share
Yes,
with you.
for sure.
When we first started off, what you call it, our first collection was called the Believe collection, and each pattern that we designed back then had a name to it. Like for example, um, this was called Guidelines. It's also related back to what you call it, life, and what you call it, the challenges, the what you call it, the way we what you call it, experience life. And this was called Life Blocks, also what do you call that, once again related back to life. And then you see the different colors that we play around with. Life, it can be an experience of many different things, but all different colors represent the different experiences. And once you put them together, it can be fun if you take the right experience and what do you call it, place them together. And then another pattern, one more pattern, is one of our favorites, is actually Shining Star. Can you see that there is a star there? Yeah. And how we played around with it, where um, the message behind this is that we want people to shine the best they can and to be the best version of themselves. And the patterns that we have is a little bit more exciting and fun. So when you put this on, you feel a little bit more excited, and what do you call it, it brings out a whole different experience to it. So what do you call it, that's how I think the message behind Caro is always to relay a very positive energy. That's why we like to play around with the colors and the patterns to give the wearer the sense of I would say excitement, the sense of empowerment, and also the sense of just being happy with who you are. And I think you can see from the colors that we play around with, it's always fun and exciting, nothing too gloomy or too dull or boring. So at Caro, we always say that there's no boring polos here. So it's always something here, what do you call it, that will bring out the excitement. And what about ladies? Actually, our polos are unisex, as you can see. What do you call it? They are designed specifically to fit different body shapes and sizes. I think you can also see from our latest fashion show at CIMB October Fashion Week. where we had a variety of different sizes and different shapes, and the message that we had there was that everybody can look good in a Caro polo.
Patterns and colors.
Patterns
Yes.
and colors, definitely.
Patterns and colors. And then, yeah, Jack, if you are interested, then I will put the website name here in the chat so that people can visit the website and just look around, because I think that's also important too. When you are encountering a brand, it's so good to know the story behind and get this connection with the designers. And when you get the story, you can actually be part of their story by buying it and by thinking about this whole story while you're wearing the shirt. I remember I got one from you, and every time when I go to train, I have this on, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay, Carol and Mark is here. They are my invisible accountability partners, so I have to go and do my best to train. And I don't know, it just makes me smile every single time when I wear this. So behind the patterns, you have a very special technology, and I know, Carol, you are Caroline, the expert on this. So how do you create this pattern and design this pattern? Because that's also very exciting. You are not just doing something very easy. It's like a very process to start from the beginning by finding the pattern, by putting it on digitally, by putting it on the textile itself. So tell us about this process.
Well, it's a very interesting process and journey. And when I started, I will never know where I finish, which is very exciting. I would say it's sort of being inspired, and my surrounding inspires me, people around me as well. So I get it from everywhere. And then I start to sketch on the computer. I prefer designing on the computer because it's very flexible. It also at times can give me a headache because you can do so many options, so you never run out of ideas. So you got to stop yourself at one point or another. So I start up playing around with the pattern, comes up with ideas, and then I add the colors, and then I try different combination. I try to come up with something new, something fresh, because I want people to have that wow or feeling that this is something unique, this is something different. And I believe it's very important for us to progress and try new things. So I'm trying to achieve that. That is the easy part, actually, the designing process. Then the challenge is actually once you want to transfer it over to the textile. And this beautiful technology actually allows the pattern to submerge with the fabric and become one. That's how it can be so lightweight, breathable, and also have really amazing colors. But to achieve the colors from the design to the actual, that is a bit tricky. And then once we tweaked it, we got it right, and we're excited about it, we turn it into a garment. And there are many designs that we do, and then we select from there and turn it into an exciting collection.
Yeah, actually, the narrowing down process is also another, challenge that we normally face, because when Caroline designs, she designs a whole bunch of different colors and different mix and matches, and to select the individual designs and to have an overall outlook of the collection is also interesting process in our designing.
I mean, in this journey,
Yeah.
it takes quite some time. I mean, designing, it can take 1 to 2 months easily, depending on how much time you have. You fall in love with colors and patterns, and it's tough sometimes to say, you made it, you didn't make it, bye,
Yeah.
and then move on.
Sometimes you can get carried away as well. You get overexcited with all the designs and the colors, and then we got to pull ourselves back down and say, okay, listen, calm down, and we've got to, pick the best out of the whole entire collection. And also, when we design, we also try to adopt sustainability in our process. I think we have come quite a long way in terms of sustainability, where over time we have found out new ways to design to minimize the waste. because in apparel production, there's a lot of wastage, especially if you are not careful
Fashion,
with
yeah, it's one of the most, the biggest,
yeah,
problems, the fashion
exactly.
industry.
And sustainability is a very wide concept because it also encompasses not only eco-friendly materials, but also making sure that the
Yeah.
workers and the son are fairly waged, and you employ best business practices, and also managing your wastage as well. So over time we have fine-tuned the process, and it is always a growing process because the technology in available here in Malaysia is also slowly improving. We are not sometimes we are not as advanced as certain countries like in Europe and in other places in the world, but as soon as it is widely available here and it is manageable, we try to adopt all these new practices and also working towards greater sustainability. So that's why you can see from previously our patterns were very huge, but then we realized that there's a lot of wastage. So now when we design our patterns as slightly more reduced, and we are able to manage or reduce the wastages when it comes to printing on the fabrics and maximizing our output. So that is one of the adaptations that Caro has done along our process of growing as a brand, and also doing our part to encourage sustainability. And we
Mhm.
also work with local manufacturers here to produce it here in Malaysia, so that we can also support the local industry, and also pay a very good attention on the sustainability, where the workers are being treated well and also paid a fair wage as well. So we try our best to adopt sustainability in Caro.
Yeah, I love the work that you do. We will talk about this. I have so many questions, so we just like. But you see, the audience has also a lot of questions. So Jack is asking, your educational background must be in art and fashion, right? Art design and fashion, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Caroline is a
I
fashion designer
I
by.
studied fashion design and what it entails quite some time back. Time really flies when you enjoy what you're doing. I think having that really helps. I think I grew up in a family where we were quite creative. Mom always encouraged us to play around with colors, doing things, crafts, and things like that, teaching about materials, clothing, quality. So I think since ever I can remember, I've been somewhat exposed to different colors, materials, and so on. So it's a second nature to me, and that's one of the things coming from Sweden and Scandinavia. We are quite focused on quality and durability. So when we do something, we want it to last, because when we buy something, we buy it because we treasure it, we love it, and we want it to be there in our wardrobe over many years.
I just mentioned on the sustainability week that my mom has like one washing machine which is more than 30 years old, almost me, and now they design it for going wrong for after 5 years or something, so that people are buying more. So this is also something that is working against sustainability. So it's very important point to say that, okay, stop this whole thing. We don't need so many things, we just need good quality things, a few of them, and then keeping it, and then inheriting it through the generations. How beautiful that is. So going further, I really love the process how you work in the backstage. I'm so fortunate that I have seen you in action backstage at many fashion shows that we did together. And I really wanted to ask you this question because your structure and your strategies, the printed materials that you bring with all the designs and which models will wear them, it's a special thing that I didn't really see from any of the designers before. So tell us a little bit about this, how this help you, and how did you find out that this is the way that you will work together?
I think in the beginning, we started off designing for a lot of corporate companies. So our corporate background has actually given us a lot of structure when we when we are focusing on our ready to wear. And like I said, the different previously the different experiences that we have actually adds to our journey. And we've what do you call it, incorporated a lot of our corporate practices in our fashion ready-to-wear brand. So as you can see that when Caroline goes backstage, she is ready from start to end, and everything is organized because Caroline is more of the what do you call it, organized half of us, and I'm more of the what do you call it, impromptu. So I think once again this is how we complement each other, and how we put both our what do you call it, experiences and our strengths to combine and get the best out of it. So I think that is something that many people have actually what do you call it, commented on, especially when we work together with the models as well. It's so easy for them to know what they are wearing from head to toe, because why, it's already lined out for them, and what do you call it, and they are super excited about it too. So it's nice to share these little experiences, and we hope that others will also what do you call it, pick up on it, so that the backstage process becomes so much more easier and so much more fun and less chaotic, because sometimes it can be very chaotic backstage. Well, the people who are watching the fashion show do not know what's going on backstage. But
that's sure. We should do a documentary on that.
Yeah.
Exciting minutes.
You know, it's go from the beginning till the end, until the last person walks out, and until we walk out as designers to what do you call it, enjoy the last few seconds of the fashion show.
And I also think because we are mixing and matching quite a number of patterns and colors, I think it's very important to know what goes where, because it's a very fine line to cross, where it's harmony, and the other one where it's a little bit overboard.
Well, we love to what do you call it, always do something that once again what do you call it, wow our audience. And even though we're designing, people may think that golf polos, how crazy can you go with golf polos, or how
you make it different?
Yeah, how can you make it different, or can you push the envelope, or think out of the box? And we love to surprise our audience with our shows, and with our what do you call it, visuals that we have on our web and our Instagram too, showing them, giving them ideas that it's not just another polo. There's so much more you can do with it. It's really fun and exciting, and it can be a what do you call it, something to help you through your day, to make it more vibrant, more fun, exciting, more colorful, and
a lot of people are also attracted to colors. So if you're talking about business, or you want to meet people, or you want to make friends, or it's quite interesting, you pay attention to what you wear, because when you pick something which is colorful, vibrant, it attracts people to come to you, and you'll be surprised many times when you wear a caro, people will come up and talk about it, and that's a very interesting icebreaker.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, that you are involving everyone in your processes. Like when I saw you backstage, you are really communicating, and communication for you is so important. You are communicating with us, who are the organizers, the backstage managers. You are communicating and making sure that the models are feeling included. You are empowering them. You are telling them the mood. Then you are communicating through your patterns with your consumers, because you are telling them a story, and it's just not like, okay, I bought a shirt and I'm using it, but they are like, oh, that's so interesting. And it's also helping them to communicate and to connect through the patterns and start a conversation. So I really love the concept. It's well planned, it's well prepared, it's a beautiful brand that you have built together. And we arrived at the time just flies here, so 25 minutes already arrived at the end of the conversation.
Where did the time go?
Yeah, exactly. So the last question is exactly, before I bring up Nora, is about how do you see the future of fashion? Because so many things are happening. People are going virtual. There are these VR glasses. We are exploring this weekend at the networking. We will have a we will have actually like a metaverse fashion themed networking experience, so it's really going into different spaces. But how do you see, as part of the industry, as one of the designers who are working in there, the future of fashion?
I think there's quite a big question, but everything is going to be very important. It has to be a meaning behind it. So a lot of thought and effort into the process, and then now we are going borderless. So I think that is really great, because many times we see something, we like it, we want to get it, and it's not always local. So that is interesting, and
And I think also there's a lot of exciting times ahead for fashion, because the industry is growing very rapidly in terms of technology, and also what do you call it? Fashion is becoming more engaging and more versatile, in the sense that, like for example, just recently we combined art and fashion too. So fashion actually has got a little part to play in our everyday life. So I think it's really exciting to be around right now, because you can see the evolution of fashion, and also how we encompass fashion in everything that we do. So it's really going to be very fun and exciting moving ahead in fashion, and patterns are definitely here to stay. It's just going to be more, what do you call it, patterns around you. Uh, I think the era of simple and what do you call it, a simple, what do you call, patterns and fashion is what do you call it, coming to a change right now. People are embracing colors. People are embracing the variety of fashion. So
very focused on experiences. So it's no more just item by item, but
yeah,
it's a complete experience.
exactly. So what you wear is no longer just a simple piece of an apparel. It's what do you call it, the attitude, the vibes, the what do you call it, the feeling that you bring towards and you want to express. It's all a lot of expression that's going on and coming to be as well. So I think it's exciting times ahead for fashion.
It's so true. It's so true. And I just so looking forward to see you grow. I just saw recently the huge picture with all the golf players, one whole big team with all your polos on them, and it was amazing to see those patterns in a huge crowd of people. It's just beautiful. It's like a piece of art itself. So congratulations on building this beautiful brand, and I just would love to feature you more, and then see how you grow, and yeah, let's help each other and collaborate more. For the audience, where can they reach you, where can they meet you, where can they see, besides your website that I was sharing here, what are the places in Kuala Lumpur or anywhere around the world where people can see you?
From time to time, we do have pop-up locations, and we also have the locations of our physical, what do you call it, collaboration outlets on our website. At the moment, we have 3 different locations. One, since we specialize in golf polos, we are at the driving range at Kota Damansara. And then we are also at the collaboration store at Amamran in section 16 Shah Alam. And thirdly, we are also at the designer gallery in Melaka. So from time to time, we will be expanding our physical locations. But for now, we are easily accessible on our Caro store, which is mycaroworld.com. We are also on Shopee Mall and on Zalora. So 3 easy platforms where you can shop, and we deliver directly to you.
Thank you so much. Amazing interview, amazing time with you guys, and I'm so looking forward to meet you in person very, very soon. I wish you all the best. Recover from all these things that you just got last week. So please get better and be healthy. And then we will see you very, very soon. And thank you for
Well,
being here at the stage of
thank
the
you very
bubble.
much, Andrea, for this amazing opportunity, and wishing everybody out there well, and
I would say Merry Christmas, happy season, and thank you, Andrea, for having us. Thank you, everybody, for listening in. We
yeah,
really appreciate your support.
yep, and wishing you guys all the best and have fun.
Yes, have fun.
Thank
and
you,
just more
guys.
important in colors.
Yeah.
Let's bring a lot of colors. So thank you, Grace, Jack, and also Achan, and everyone who was watching us. Thank you for you being here. I'm bringing up the next speaker. Bye bye.
See ya.
All right, so that's so exciting. Starting with patterns this morning with Caroline and Mark, and I'm continuing the sessions with the last speech for this morning because we are continuing in the afternoon. Nora is already in the backstage, so let's bring up Nora. Hi, Nora, how are you today? So exciting to have you.
Yes, and I was at the backstage and I saw the previous guest, and I feel so connected. So much, yeah. So thank you, Andrea, for inviting me here. Yeah.
Of course, of course. You are doing amazing things. And we were talking about empowerment, and you are actually leading an amazing initiative, the Johor Lady Loft. And we will be talking about that also. But next to you, that you are also bringing a brand, and you are a brand specialist. So that will be also one of our topics today. Before I bring up and change the banners, I just would like to ask you, tell us a little bit about you. What's your purpose? Who is Nora?
Okay, so I'm Nora, and I'm known as Lady Anne, and I'm a personal branding strategist. Why I say that I feel connected to Caro a little bit earlier on is because I live in Sweden for like almost 20 years. So now I currently back to Malaysia, and I feel that the need to share my the expertise, the knowledge, the looking from the different perspectives. So one of the things that inspired me to do is to bring some mix of ideas into Malaysia. So that's where I feel like personal branding is my passion. Yeah.
And it's amazing. We just met for the first time. I really love the conversation, and you are just the first to reckon with all the ladies around, and is just amazing things that you are doing. So we will talk about it more. But before we go to the conversation and we start with this deeper exploration of your topic, tell me a little bit about your community that you started to build, the Johor Lady Loft. I would love to hear about it because I see them tuning in. So it has been Grace and Nurul. They are all already here.
Okay, so Johor Lady Love is a business community for women entrepreneurs and professionals. We are based in Johor, and I'm born in Johor, so we use that Johor as our main name. And this platform basically to enhance, to elevate women in entrepreneurship, in also in a personal growth. We give support, we provide resources, and we connect them with the right people, and also with the right mindset, where we believe a collaboration is better than a competition. And we can feel the vibes in the Johor Lady Love. The ladies here are very supportive. They are here as well. We don't have any like obligations, you don't feel stressed that you have to attend or you have to support, but it just comes naturally when you are in this community. So I like to grow this to see this JLL to grow big and global. So this is one of the reasons we try to to connect with you and other platform as well. Yes.
Love it. And we were starting the conversation with Caro and Mark about diversity, because we are all advocates of diversity and people bringing people together from different backgrounds, and we don't really care about labels anymore. We would say that we are, just helping everyone without labels, and you are actually doing the same. So what do you think, how How is it contributing to you that you are coming and you were living in Europe and then you moved back to Malaysia? So seeing that diversity and living in different cultures, how did it help you to build a different community or to embrace diversity?
I think is I can feel that what I have experienced abroad is really brings a good impact to the community that I'm trying to build, because of this different cultures, different approach. So we try to embrace, like you say, diversity, right? So how do we embrace that diversity? So by accepting everyone, respecting every cultures, respecting the privacy, the personal space, I think slowly it gels in, right? But of course, the challenges are there. Like for instance, I can say that I'm so used to this European way that I'm very straightforward when I say something, and it can, be quite sensitive over here. So in that way, I have to tone down a little bit in order for us to match in the middle, right? But for also, we are trying to educate, we're trying to bring this awareness to the local ladies community that they also have to step up when they need to voice their opinion in a graceful way. So this is where the lady essence is coming in there. You don't need to be loud, you don't need to be outspoken to be heard. You can be a lady with a good manner, but you still have the guts, the feel that I have to say something on this in the right way. Yeah.
Yes, I love it. This is the grit, right? We have to have the grit, and we are stepping up for ourselves and for others, because once we are empowered, then we can empower others a little bit
Yes.
better. So getting back to your topic, which is my brand and me, personal brand strategies, as being someone who is working in this field, it's also part of the things that is sometimes very hard. I feel that many people were coming to me and they were asking, okay, how did you do that? How you build a brand? And then the basic thing, I don't know how is your experience, but I find that they don't really know themselves very well. So it's really hard to build a brand when
True.
there is no clarity on the basics. So how do you feel that branding can be started, or where does it start? How do you start when you work with a client to build up a brand?
Okay. First and foremost, I feel that during this pandemic time was really a time that I really take into this topic really deeper. Before, I feel that I know that I'm bringing my own self when I represent my company, but I never thought it as a personal branding. And during the COVID, then people are online, right? So people already know me offline. Whenever I invite them for like a chit chat, they already know how to relate to me, right? What kind of person we are. So I think the most important part is we have to be authentic in a way that our visible self is synced with our inner self. In that way, you will feel you don't need so much pressure to put yourself how you want to be looked, because that is you. But at the same time, when we are in the business, we have to know the market that we are approaching, right? For instance, that so then we need to learn the surrounding, the community. So first and foremost, I think we need to do the standard marketing tools, which is SWOT, right? So we find our strength, we find our what are our weaknesses, we see what are our challenges, and we see where we can tap people from the product or the service that we are doing. So this is the clarity that you are talking about. Like we need to find the clarity of ourselves, and we need to self audit. I usually advise them to do it on their own, because we can't audit another person. It's ourselves. We ourselves have to audit. So we usually will guide them how to audit. So when they get the clarity of who they are, what they love, what they kind of thing is challenges for them, then they can already put it in a few boxes. That way they can realign that. Yeah.
Really lovely exploration, and it's really like I just mentioned it before, that whenever I see you, it's all about grace, and you are really like explaining things so clearly. So I love this approach that you have in business, and it's all about how you build your brand and how you are present here and how you can show who you are. So thank you so much for sharing these points. So once we know the clarity, once we have this clear background, once we did the self-audit, what's next? I mean, we are just in a world where everyone is online. It's so
True.
noisy out there. So how can we make sure that we are seen and our voice is heard?
Yes. I just came across an article just before I start this, and it says that power skill is the new thing, which means it's a combination of hard skill and soft skill, where a lot of people are talking about soft skill, like how you communicate and all that, but then online, how do you do that, right? So it's also a combination of your hard skill. So when you use your hard skill, or if you're in the business, you use that as your hard skill to sell and to be visible in social media. I think it's like numbers of people are actually doing the same thing what we are doing. So what makes us different? So this is where it comes back to the clarity. Where is your biggest passion? What is your niche? Like, you can do also like a survey with your friends, like, oh, what makes you like me, or what are the things that makes you remember of me? So I use that actually, and I start to use it more often, and I see the results. So everyone will find that one little thing that will connect to them, because we are all very special, very individual. But also, like, for myself, I'm an introvert. So during those pandemic time, this doing life is really a struggle for me. But we have to face it. So you take some classes to enhance your skill, so that you can see that you are in control of what you are trying to do, what are you trying to sell and deliver in. Honestly speaking, everyone needs a mentor. We learn new things every day. I still need somebody to guide me. I can guide people, but I need somebody else to mentor me as well. I have a few mentors. For instance, like Andrew is one of my mentor, and it helps us to understand better ourselves. So visibility is important on social media or on the offline. Yeah, for the offline, I have a tips. Like, because online you can just halfway, and you're not connecting with people that much, right? But I also have the art of networking, how you talk to people offline, how you present yourself, how you hold your card, because those little things are the ones that makes you different from the rest, and makes them remember you more, and easier to connect to what you're doing or what you're selling.
It's very interesting that you mentioned offline and online. And I think it's like offline is not going away, because of course we still have to go out in the real world.
Yes.
But also online is approaching. So in both ways that you said, that we have to educate ourselves. We need mentors. We need people that can help us to, introduce me how to do a live, how to use technology to be better,
Yes.
how to connect with my community when I cannot reach them, when I cannot meet them. So these are all exciting things happening all around the world now. And there are so many changes. And I think what you mentioned about building a community on a way that you are relating and you are showing up for them, and we see all the ladies being here with you and supporting, I think that's just magical. So I want to say hi again to Al, to Norlila, Juhari, to Al, to Grace, to Haslinda, to Nurul. So they are all here supporting you. And I had the same feeling with the Hubbers, because they are also here. We built a community and they're showing up, they're learning, and together we just grow exponentially, right? Because we
True.
are in feeding. So I think it's very important. So the next questions comes to it: how do you build a community like this? Like, how did you start the Johor Lady Loft, and how fast it's growing? What's your purpose with the group, and what are the tips in building communities?
Okay. Actually, it started off in a very casual way. When I came back from Sweden, I'm not connected to any friends that I had since childhood because I've almost 20 years away. So one of the things that I think that I can start to connect with people is by doing events like a high tea parties. I invited the people that is different age, different background, just to see how it goes. Slowly it draws to a certain type of people circle that I feel that the needs, they want to be connected, they want to elevate, they want to see things growing. And during this, like I said, I didn't see it like like a thing that I'm thinking of doing. But during the pandemic, thanks to some of the members here as well giving support that we should build this community bigger or stronger. So after in 20, it was this year, we did our underground work, we do the research and everything. I took two mentors to teach me how to build the platform. So we actually officially going for the membership base in January 2022 this year. And amazingly, like, it's just grow. And it's actually, we have our quarter plans for the year, and it feels like it's overlap everything. It's just growing fast, so when it's growing fast as well, we need to slow down. So I start to connect with other platform in order to support us in certain ways that I still consider we are baby. We are still learning every day, but we are strong in terms of, we managed to build this community in a strong. I don't call it sisterhood, but it is like a sisterhood feeling, the spirit. So I feel that blessed that we are going this far, and I feel uh, so proud that you invited us to be on this platform to be interviewed. So it's amazing, and I think we will keep on keep on growing, and we will moving on. Yes.
When I see you, I believe you. I mean, there is no question about that. I don't think that there is any question. I'm just really amazed by the energy that you have and how you do this. And yeah, it's just an amazing work. But let's get back to the branding part. So after we have the clarity, after we already like know how to be visible, how does it come the next part when you want to do more, you want to, like we said, build a community, you want to go on several other levels, right? So what's the next step in branding after already being visible?
Okay, so for instance, there are like different type, right? If you're doing the products, you want your business to grow, of course. So you must we as a business owners or service providers, we need to embrace the spirit of collaborations in order to grow, right? And but how do you attract the people to collaborate with you? It's because of your authenticity, your visibility. So this is where the trust come in. So when people start to see you, people will believe in you. They see the track records, what you have been doing, what you've been saying is true, and it's easier for you to penetrate a new market. So you will be connecting with new market, with new platform, with new business owner, perhaps even attract investors and stakeholders to your businesses. So collaboration, I believe in collaboration. You don't have to do from A to Z, because it would take a long time for you to grow. When you're good at your thing, try to collaborate with the people with the skill that you are less interested in. Let them take that part. So in a way, it will lessen your work. You divide the cake, and you have the time for yourself, for your future development. So, because you need that time. If you're doing A to Z everything, you don't have the time to connect with people. You don't have to time to even have your me time. Why you need to connect with people is because you're gonna exchange ideas. You're gonna get ideas. You know, you're gonna get new resources, leads. So this is why networking and collaboration is very important, and not doing everything on your own. This is not the era now. It's more of community. Yeah.
And you mentioned earlier that you are working for Andrew. I just want to mention him also because I think that's so important what he's doing in the Southeast Asian region. So can
Yes.
you tell me a little bit about your story with Andrew Wong and the E3 Hub and how you collaborate together?
Sure. Actually, during that pandemic, I was looking for a mentor. So I came across him on the Facebook, and he invited me to be in the mentoring program. So I kind of grew closer because I have lots of things to ask. I'm very curious, and I have the dream of doing almost similar to what he's doing. So he's willing to be my mentor. He's the one who always encouraged me and also taught me how to strategize. Like I said, you need to know what you want to do first before you can say, I want to build a platform for women. Okay, for what? So he's the one who taught me all this fundamentals. So he's really a big help. And E3 is an entrepreneurs hub where everyone free to connect with anyone. And this is where it helps a lot of entrepreneurs, ladies and men, to connect and to get ideas. Sometimes you're stuck and you found someone who is doing almost similar to you. Then it's not a copycat, because everyone are different, have a different ideas. So Andrew is really a good mentor to me, and we are looking forward for the next collaborations. And yeah, I want to say thanks to Andrew and also the E3.
I loved it. I saw him in action throughout the first Women Startup competition that we organized this year. And yeah, I really loved the passion. And he's just, I don't know, I haven't seen him resting though. So I think he's working like 24/7. Yeah. I think he loves it. And he's so passionate about helping others that is what driving. And that's the next question that I also want to ask you. Like, we all know how much work we put into building these communities, and it's not really about money. We are kind of like doing it for like almost like NGO based. We are putting all these hours to attract people and to bring them some value. So what do you think is because it's always so hard to step from zero and free membership into paid membership? So how do you see this? Why is it important for a brand to accept and believe in their worth? And to step up from being just a free platform and show the people why is it important to buy in?
Okay, it's because first you will attract the right people, because the one who sees your value will see your worth. They are willing to pay for the membership, right? And also we need to also make sure that what we are offering is genuinely what we are giving during the membership. And for those who want to step up, of course, it's good to have free networking, free learning activities and all that, but it's a human nature. I'm sorry to say, it's a human nature. When you pay for something, you tend to value it more. When you get it for free, you tend to be like, oh, it's a freebie, I maybe take it later. Even though sometimes you get a really a good ebook on entrepreneurship or on your business, how to start your business, how to run your business, because it's complimentary, it's freebies, it will be set aside. But if you were to pay a little bit, you would tend to value. That is human nature. So it's not about making out a lot of revenues from this membership. It's about getting the quality people, getting the right people, getting the people to really enjoy the privilege willingly, and also who wants to level up their personal growth or business growth. So it's good to have a paid membership. It's tough in the beginning because you are so used to give free membership and all that. But the one who knows your worth definitely will be there for you. Yeah.
Love it. And I think it's also some message that we are sending out to entrepreneurs, because for a long time entrepreneurs have been conditioned, and also the audience have been conditioned to get everything for free. And then now we are entering in an era when we are all here, as you said, collaborating and trying to take one piece of that cake. And for that, we need to accept and embrace our value and
True.
maybe the relationship with money. I don't know how you feel, but I think ladies are having a very weird relationship with money. And
yeah. No, because for instance, it's just we just think in an etiquette way, right? Like generally it's a common sense that what we have is our net worth, right? It's our worth. So we are giving to you our ideas or our resources. It's not that you have to pay us, but it takes us a journey to reach where we are now. I mean, like I took 2 mentors during those 2 years. So it's investment. So in order for you to level up, in order for you to be something better, you need to invest a little or much. I don't know, but you have to invest either your time or money or your resources in order for you to grow. Really, you can't grow just like that by getting freebies. No.
and I think it's also the overwhelm of information, because when it's free, you are just like saving them, putting them in the folders, getting them,
Yeah.
and then
And nobody to push you to do anything. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're just sitting back listening to all this, and it becomes like all the information is just like overwhelming, and then you are okay, I just don't need it. So you change your mind and you set it aside. Well, this time was flying again so fast.
Oh,
I
yes.
think this conversation are just so amazing. We started with Kuhan exploring photography. We continued with Caro and Mark about the patterns and their designer work and fashion brand, and we ended with you with the branding and then the personal brand and business communities and supportive communities that you're building. I'm really thankful for you for being here on the stage. And you see, it's at the end, it's just nothing. It's like a normal conversation, like we cafe place. We all have to go through this. So thank you so much, Nora, for being here. And just as a last note for the end of the conversation, where can people reach you? How can they join the Johor Lady Loft if they want? And for professionally, how can they work with you as a brand strategist?
Okay, I can be reached from the Instagram, from my Instagram, ladyn.official, and as well as Johor Lady Love. Our social media might not look like many followers because we are very organic, and but we are quite active on the FB page because we are connecting with other from abroad as well. And just give us a line, drop us a line, then definitely we will get back to you. Yeah.
I let you have an amazing Friday, and we are meeting each other very soon. Soon I will be closer to you. So
just over the bridge.
exactly. So I'm looking forward to that. And thank you so much one more time for being here.
Sure. And thank you, Andrea, for inviting me. And thank you for the ladies from GLL for supporting us here. And for all the guests also that is joining here, I really hope that we can connect with each other soon, and have a good weekend ahead. All right.
Thank you so much. So I say goodbye to you, and then I'm continuing. Sure. Thank you so much for being here.
Bye.
All right, so this was Lady Anne with graciousness and with happiness, a big smile on her face. I really loved the conversation. Hope you enjoyed it as much as me. Please reach out to her. You have heard she's everywhere on Facebook, on LinkedIn, or on Instagram. So please reach out, check out Johor Lady Loft and also her personal endeavors. And thank you for the Johor ladies for supporting her. Thank you, Jack, Alchan, Mina, and also everyone who was here for all the comments. I'm just scrolling because there are so many comments coming up. So guys, this was the morning session. So now we are actually heading to the afternoon. So I will go for a little bit of break for lunch and then we will be coming back. This weekend is super exciting. I think we have amazing lineup. It's a more relaxed weekend. It's not really about business and growth and leadership, but it's more about having a little fun, getting to know art and fashion, getting to know how people think when they are in this field and how artists are a little bit having a bit more abundance of all the things around us, how they see the world differently and how they support each other. And if you would like to join us, then please get back to us. We will be coming back at I think it will be 3 p.m. today with Marie. Marie will talk about her brand Positive Fibers. So it's something connected to fashion and to sustainability. Then we have Richie here. Richie is leading an art gallery and we will talk about how art investments are worthwhile. Then Keo is coming. Keo is from the US and he will speak about how investors and founders can do for their brands and how they can invest into different kind of entrepreneurs and get their money back, or how they can get a little bit more investment on their own sites. Then Catherine and Ashish is coming. They are also talking about a very interesting topic, which is a journey to India, betting on a glorious past. So they have been moving to India in the last few years. They have been supporting artisans, and in their journey, they got to know India much better, and they are loving the experience, and they will talk about that. Then Guinness World Record breaker is coming into the studio, Alvin Neto, who has been doing a lot of local Malaysian records and also international global Guinness records. So it will be an amazing conversation about how everything is possible and how we can actually believe in ourselves, and how he is breaking new world records. And then in the evening, we have one more conversation with Ellen Fang. Ellen Fang is all in digital, so we will be talking about being versatile and passionate in tech, just like an artist being passionate in their own artistic works. And then, this is a weekend with us. This is the last weekend of the Empowerment Summit. So we have Saturday program also. So we will have Nurul from Lady Loft, also one mentee from the group of Lady Anne, who we just have been speaking about. And Nurul will talk about a very interesting topic about music. So basically, inspiring and enriching people through music will be her topic, and I'm so looking forward to it. I hope that the Johor ladies will also tune in for that session. Then we have two models sharing their amazing stories from Malaysia. Afizi is a singer-songwriter and a model at the same time, so he will be sharing his story. And Zani is also a singer and a model, a plus-size model, and it's an amazing, empowering story, and she would like to empower others through her work. Then Alchan is coming to the studio on the other side, this time not in the audience. And he is telling us about his scouting work, how he is scouting people from all walks of life into being part of commercials, videos, and the model world from a little bit of a different perspective. And then my partner, Anwar Faisal, is coming to introduce my digital fashion week and how it all started and what his future plans with this platform, where we are empowering hundreds of models from Malaysia, from all sizes and shapes, and how we try to disrupt the fashion industry together with our team. And then we have also digital transformation from a global perspective, from the perspective of of corporates. We have an illustrator, a very young professional, a very young talent here, Nabil Julius, and you will also recognize that he is someone who is connected to someone that we all love in the community. So please come and tune in. Umar will also join us talking about imposter syndrome, and he's also one of the models joining the My Digital Fashion Week. And then we have Dr. Shariha. Shariha is an amazing person. I just met her this Monday, and she will be talking about happy people, happy planet, building a well-being movement. And then we are closing the day with someone who is the first person working in marketing in waste management. So that will be an amazing conversation from Portugal, from a different background. Samuel will be here in the studio. And then we're closing Saturday with a very special networking experience. So Lady Nora just said how important networking is. So in this experiment, in this kind of networking session, we will be experiencing with the metaverse, and we will connect it with fashion. So Jamie from MetaHub, I will play some videos this afternoon about his work, is actually preparing a metaverse place where we will all meet together and we can have a little bit of fashion experience, but next to it we can also experiment with something coming very close to being something amazing in the metaverse environment. And then we are closing the week and the whole summit with an amazing masterclass with Kenyatta Turner, who is from the US. And she's with us with the Hubbers for a long time. And her behavior matters approach is something that helped many of us to find our superpower. And we will have this 2 hours masterclass when you can do the same and you can analyze yourself with the help of this special methodology that Kenyatta and the group of friends and team put together. So please tune in, upgrade to this masterclass. It will be on Sunday, 10 a.m., the 2 hours masterclass with her. Then we will be closing the whole summit, and that includes also me saying that now we are ending the summit. So this is the last weekend. Please make sure that you are joining. Please make sure that you are here, you are engaging, and you are networking, because at the very last, what you can get out of this whole 5 weeks experience is 133 experts from Malaysia, from all over the world, even from Guatemala, Costa Rica, from France, from UK, from all over the world. All these people, you can now have 133 new people in your network if you do it right and you really do the extra mile of meeting the people, of showing up at networking, of showing up in the comments and building relationships. So this is the morning. I love you all. Thank you for everyone who was contributing today to the morning session. See you at 3 p.m. a little bit later. That will be already morning for the UK and also available for Africa. So guys, please tune in. Enjoy this last weekend. Celebrate with us the 3rd ever Global Empowerment Summit. And next year, we will be building something very special. We will have our first or second hybrid event. And that will be something that I'm so looking forward to see all these global speakers in one place, in one world, in one country, and making a real connection in real life experience. So thank you, guys. See you. Have an amazing break. Have a good lunchtime and a nice waking up in the other part of the world. And see you at 3 p.m. Malaysia time.